I say, who's the best birder on the panel? All of them. And let's face it, they've set the standard for birding today, both with field guides, present-day knowledge, and pushing the envelope to Bird ID. We have David Sibley. Dave doesn't need an introduction, but we'll give him one anyway. I've been fortunate to know David for a long time. A young man when he was a struggling artist, and I allowed him to live in my house, or actually was graced to have him live in my house for a few years while he started his field guide. And my rent was a painting per year. Back then it wasn't much, but those paintings today are worth quite a bit of money. But as you all know, David's guide has set the standard for the new age of birding. And I'm not going to spend all this time. Pete Dunne next to David. When I started birding in 1978, Pete was already established as a young man in the Cape May Bird Observatory, and he also needs no introduction. An author of many books. His style of birding pushes the envelope every day. It parallels what I'm doing with my new book with Houghton Mifflin, Birding by Impression, and his Birder's Companion is a wonderful guide, so if you don't have it. Alvaro Jaramillo, one of the top ID experts in the country from California, so he's not from Cape May. Even though David isn't from Cape May, he lived there for quite a few years. Al is one of the foremost ID experts. If you go to ID Frontiers and something real tough is posted, Al always has a response. And I'm a specialist with shorebirds and a couple of other families. Al is a specialist with everything, and it just amazes me how much knowledge can fit inside one person's head. And then my co-author on the right, Michael O'Brien. I worked closely with Michael on the Shorebird Guide, and the brilliance of that guide and the captions, Michael wrote all the captions, and he's the one who changed the way I bird, him and Richard Crossley, to incorporate a different style of birding using non-changeable impressions as a foundation for birding. Michael is, when I go in the field with Michael, I just can't believe what I'm seeing in terms of ID. He incorporates everything, the whole picture, and he might not be as